Hello, welcome back to another video tutorial at Geekatplay Studios. My name is Gary Miller. I find myself enjoying very much making buildings and architectural type of architectural type models. And today's tutorial is about creating doors, door frames, and thresholds here in Modo. So to start with, I'm going to drag out a primitive cube. Let me start off with a new mesh item. Spacebar to drop that tool. And um, oftentimes when I model, I turn off the modeling grid because, well, most of the time it gets in the way because it usually cuts right through the center of the model, and visually it just is very distracting for me. So instead of turning it off, I'm going to place my object here. Let's just say it's a building, a house. I'm going to place it on top of the modeling grid. That way I can still have the benefit of seeing the modeling grid, but it won't get in the way of seeing my model. So to place it on top, I'm going to come over here to Item Mode, come over here to Edit, and Center to Bounding Box. I'm going to choose Bottom because I want to put the bottom of this on top. And under the Transform tab, come down here to Reset All, and that puts it right there on top of my modeling grid, and now it's not in the way. Okay, I'm going to select the front of my cube here, hit my B button to bevel this in, and we'll just make a crude door frame here. Hit my R key to scale. Okay, that looks pretty good. And W key for my move tool, and I'll bring it down. Spacebar to drop that tool. I'm going to come over, switch to vertices mode. Now, one thing I need to do is I need to bring these points down flush on the bottom of my model, which is also the modeling grid. So I'm going to come up here to snapping, and I'm going to choose grid and snap enabled, hit W key, and now it just snaps right down there to the bottom. Come over here to polygon mode, select my doorway here, hit the B button to bevel, and let me turn disable snapping. So I'm just going to bevel. Actually, let me undo that. I'm going to drag out to create a door frame, and shift button, and I'll click to reset this tool. Bring inward, shift and click, and now I'll extrude inward, shift and click, create another little piece of molding here, shift and click, and I will drag back, and that's my door. I'll select my door, Control X to cut it out of my model. Come over here to create a new mesh. Let me show you. Come over here, create a new mesh, and Control V to paste it in there. Come back to my model. I'm just going to hide some polygons here so they don't get in the way. I'm going to select the floor there, H to hide that one, select the front there, H to hide those. Now, the frame that we've created is good for a window, but it's not good for a door. So I'm just going to select those polygons and hit my delete key. Now I'm going to come over here to vertices mode, and I'm going to select those 6 vertices, hold down shift, select those 6 vertices, giving me a total of 12, which you can see right there. What I need to do now is I need to make all of these flat. Right now they're at different heights. I need to bring them all down to the same height and then bring them down to the floor. So I'm going to hit my R key, and over here under the transform tab I'm going to put in 0 in the Y amount, and that will put them all at the same level. In fact, if we spin around to a different view, you can see they're all at the same level, but they're not on the floor, so we need to put them on the floor. So come back up here, and let me drag this out a little bit and enable my snapping, W key, and I'll snap those right down to the grid. Now they're all where they need to be. Come to polygon mode, U button to unhide those polygons that were previously hidden. Oh, there's one more piece that I didn't delete from the molding. Okay, so there is our door frame, and here's our door. One more thing we can do to this to just finish it off. Come over here, create a new mesh item, and all I did is I created a new mesh item here. Now the reason why I'm dragging this out is because it gives me a little bit more visual real estate here. Helps me do modeling a little bit better. Okay, so on our new mesh, I'm going to create a cube. Hold down Control, just drag it out. Any size is fine. Let me turn off my snapping. Okay, on this item, I want to place it on the floor as well. So come over here to Item Mode, Edit, Center to Bounding Box, Bottom, and Reset All. Hit W key, and we're going to create a threshold with this. R key for my scale tool. Let's grab that top polygon. Let's move it down. And let's resize this a little bit. Probably move it back just a bit. Come over here to Edge Mode. Select that front edge and move it down a little bit. Come back and enable our door, and in Edge Mode I'm going to want to just drag that down so it's not so that there's no visible gap there. Okay, so we've got a very simple doorway, and I think this modeling method will work just as well in any other modeling program. Hexagon, no, because when you go and make those inward bevels, it doesn't bevel at the same percentage on the sides from the left and right side as it will from the top and bottom if your initial square polygon is not square. If it's rectangular like this, then the sides will come in faster than the top and bottom, so you'll need to stop and readjust some things. But for the most part, you can use this same method for Hexagon, Cinema 4D, and probably any other modeling program that you come across. So that's it for this tutorial. Thanks for watching here at Geekatplay Studios. My name's Gary Miller. Have a good day.